Hi, Brock Anderson, Hang Loose Outdoors. Gonna bring you a quick fishing report and fishing tip from the Grand Rapids area. It's July 24th, and I've heard a lot of guys, question me, sending me emails. What do I do to catch walleyes this time of year? It's kind of a tough time of year. Yes, it is. It can be tough, but it can also be phenomenal. Yes, as us guides, we have some slow days on the water, but we kind of grind out our days and put together fish, a couple here, couple there. We have really good days where they're kind of jumping in the boat too. But this time of year, we're pushing into the end of July, early August. It's all about getting reaction bites from the walleyes. Moving fast, jigging aggressively, and getting those fish so they don't think about, should I eat that crawler, should I eat that minnow? They just have to, it's a reaction bite. They have to run out there and give it a quick strike. Another thing getting off the walleye page here is this time of year in the Grand Rapids area is phenomenal multi-species. You got big northern pike, smallmouth bass, largemouth bass, panfish. I was actually out last night. I brought my mom out, left the walleyes alone, and we went and crushed crappies. So one of my rigs that I like to run this time of year for multi-species, and this catches pretty much everything, is just a standard spinner rig. This is about 4.5 feet fluorocarbon 10-pound Vanish here. I got my swivel on one end, and all I have here is a Northland holographic spinner, a couple beads, and a number 4 plain red hook. And you can tip this with a crawler, you can tip it with a minnow, and then what you run with a weight is last night when we were targeting crappies, they're kind of laying in the weeds in 12 foot, and the weeds kind of came up to about 8-9 foot off bottom, so there's only 3-4 feet of fishable water unless you're bouncing off the weeds. So we were just running a 1/8 ounce bullet and then this spinner rig tipped with a chub, and we were cruising like 1.2 miles an hour. So this rig was getting down about 3-4 feet, just tickling those weeds, and the crappies would shoot out of those weeds. And we had a phenomenal night just pulling spinners, actually targeting crappies. So this, you put a little heavier weight, a 3/16 or a quarter, and you can just run through the weeds nicely. You just want to tickle them or kind of just pull, through them. You don't have to be on bottom, and that's going to catch a bass, northerns, walleyes, pretty much anything that's in the weeds. Pushing over to targeting more of the walleyes, we've been running spinners. It's spinners, spinners, spinners this time of year. Spinners on bottom bouncers. This is a 3/4 ounce. I'll go 3/4 to 1.5 ounces depending on how deep we're fishing. And you're just pulling them on, again, using, the Northland holographic spinners. I also like, running like a bigger blade too, a little bit more vibration. Float spins, smiley blades, you name it. I tie all my own rigs, anywhere a 5-foot leader to an 8-foot leader. Double hook for a crawler, single hook for a leech, and run them on bottom bouncers. And when you find a school of fish, cruise through them at 1 mile an hour. If that doesn't work, bump up your speed to 1.5 miles. So that's how we're targeting walleyes right now is spinner rigs, crawlers, and leeches. Maybe tipping them with a chub too, but crawlers and leeches has been working best. Another good tactic that's been working good around the Grand Rapids area is working a jig and wrap, and that's another reaction bite that you're getting. So I just have a little snap here, a Jigging Rap. I like the number 7s. A lot of guys like the number 9, so a 7 or a 9. You know, a quick, easy, nice, easy, clever snap like that. And basically I like casting it out when you find a school of fish and kind of jigging it aggressively back to the boat. And they've been slamming those pretty good. It's kind of a learning experience with that. Depending on what the bottom is, you're kind of fishing it off the edge of the weeds, more rock or gravel, sand situations there. But you can fish that as shallow as you want and as deep as you want. Find a school of fish and monkey around with that. That's a good reaction bite there. So that's kind of a couple things we've been using the last couple weeks. Spinner rigs, Jigging Raps, getting reaction bites. You can also use something like Rippin' Raps. I haven't had great success, but some guys like the Rippin' Raps. Something that's noisy, gets a reaction bite. Shiver Minnow is another thing that's like a Jigging Rap, and that works great too. So just remember, if you're coming up to the Grand Rapids area, bring leeches and crawlers in your spinner rigs, your spinner rods, some Jigging Raps, and you should be set. Water temperatures are hanging anywhere from the low 70s to mid 70s on most of the lakes. So that's your report. Good luck this week. Good luck this weekend. And see you on the water.